Welcome back everybody, it's CC, and today we're going to create a video clip using free software with background music and sound effects. So today we are going to use two programs. We're going to use Audacity to edit and merge the audio and do some manipulation. We're going to use avidemux or avidemux to combine the audio with the video and save that output for future use, inclusion into other videos, etc. There's plenty of sites that have free clips that you can download. Today we're going to use pexels.com to download an appropriate video clip for our little project. And we're going to be going to the Creator Studio to download the audio and sound effects. So first of all, please do download Audacity and avidemux to follow along. Links to these sites and to these programs will be provided in the video description. But once those are installed, let's go ahead and grab our clips. So if you go to videos.pexels.com, today I'm going to do something with a restaurant theme. So let's see what they have for restaurants. If you hover the mouse over, you can see there's preview. Yes, and this one's about 20 seconds long, so I think this will be just fine. So I'm going to click on here. It's free for personal use. No attribution required. I'm going to download this. There we go. Put it in our little projects folder, and we'll call it, I believe it was blurred video of men chatting in the restaurant. Okay, so we're off to a good start. Now let's go over and download our audio and sound effects. So again, there's plenty of different places where you can get music and sound effects, and there's different licenses and what you need to do in your videos and so on and so forth. But Creator Studio on your YouTube account has a great selection. If you log into Creator Studio at youtube.com or youtube.ca, and then head to the Create section, you'll find the audio library. So under the free music section, we're going to select something with a jazz and blues theme. And because I want this to be a short clip, I'm only going to look for music that's less than 30 seconds. So let's select something here that is appropriate. This one's a little too short. I'm looking actually here at the popularity, and what people have used before is sort of the guideline. Let's see, this one looks like a good one. Wow, that was loud, but I think that will work just fine. So let's download this one. And I'm going to save it into our projects folder. Save. And now I'm going to scroll back up to the top of the page and go to sound effects. Now why I'm going to sound effects is while we can have the music playing, because we have a restaurant theme, it would be nice to have people chatting in the background. So there's plenty to choose from. In fact, I know I've used one from here before. I think it was, oh there it is, it's coffee shop. Yeah, so we're going to add this. So you can probably tell we'll have the music playing in the background, we're going to have people talking over top of it, and we're all going to combine it into that video clip of people in a restaurant. So let's save that to our projects folder. Perfect. Okay, so now that we have our Audacity program installed, avidemux installed, we have downloaded our free video clip from pexels.com, and we have created or added some music and sound effects from YouTube and saved all those files into our projects folder. We're going to now open up Audacity and start combining the audio and editing it to suit our purpose for the video. Be right back. Okay, so now let's open up Audacity and start editing our audio files. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to open up our soundtrack, just the one that is here. And you can see if I select the audio file, it's about 14.5 seconds. Now we know the video is 20 seconds, so I'm going to add some silence to the beginning and to the end. So it'll be approximately 20 seconds because I'd like to have the background chatter sort of appear throughout, but have the audio or the music actually playing in the middle of the file. So let's find the beginning by clicking this skip to start home button. Then we're going to generate silence. And here we're going to have a duration of about 2.75 seconds. And you can just type in whatever time you need. So 2.75 will take us to about 5.5 seconds. 14.5, 5.5 is 20 seconds. Easy math. So there you can see the silence has been added. Now I'm going to go to the end of the file and I'm going to generate silence again, same duration. And now if we look at the total length of the file, it is about 20 seconds. So now I'm going to go, and instead of opening the file, I'm going to import audio because we want to have it in the same project file. And I'm going to select our coffee shop chatter. Now this background noise, the sound effect, is much longer than the 20 seconds that we want. So what we're going to do is we're going to select sort of the approximate end here, and we're going to cut the rest of this. So if you see if I move my mouse pointer over here, it changes to a little finger, and depending on where the finger is, if you click and drag, it'll just do a selection for all of that piece. So I'm going to drag to the end of the file and I'm going to cut it out. Now because I want the background noise to be at a slightly higher volume than the music, because I'd like to hear the chatter while the music is playing as well, I'm going to select our music file and I'm actually going to decrease the volume. And let's decrease it to, I don't know, let's say 12. There we go. So now if I play the music, or play this edited sound file from the beginning, you'll hear that there's chatter. Hopefully the music will be low enough that you can still hear the chatter, and there will be silence at the beginning and end of the music. Perfect. I think that will work. All right, now let's go and let's export the audio to a new audio file. And we're just going to change the name here to be coffee shop at the end, so we can edit or know the difference. And I just selected it as a standard WAV file, nothing fancy. We're not doing anything high-end here. And once that's done, we are basically done in Audacity. Now you can do things like fade in and fade out and all sorts of other effects, but maybe I'll do another video on that later. For now, let's just exit the program. I'm not going to save this project. I think the sound file is fine. If you want to do more editing, more tweaking, of course, you'd want to save the project file. So let's open up avidemux and open up our video file. Now the video file we downloaded came with no audio, so it's just simply the video. So what we're going to do, and you can see that in a moment here when it opens. If I go into audio and select track, you'll see that there's actually no audio in this video file. So we're going to add one. And that's going to be simply the new audio file that we just created. Okay. Now that we have the audio added, I don't want to forget, when we create a new file, we're just going to copy the video, but we're actually, if you leave this as copy, there will be no audio. You actually need to select what you want the audio format to be. Now I would suggest AAC, mostly because it's easy and standard and works well. But also if you plan on using iMovie later with this clip, you can go down to output format, and I'd suggest changing this to MP4V2 muxer, but we're just going to go back with the standard one that I use. So now that we've added the audio file, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to save the new video file. And I'm going to call it the same name of the file, with audio. There we go. So let's let this finish. It's only going to take a moment. Now that it is finished, I'm going to go back in and let's see how this turned out. Great. So that sounds good. I think though what I'd like to do is just edit the video file slightly. So I'm going to go back into avidemux. Now what I noticed was for what I was intending, I wanted it something a little sort of shorter. I think the audio cuts out a little too early. And by watching the video, we'll say roughly, oh, I don't know, try around the 18-second mark. So I'm going to mark this, the red A marks the beginning of the selection. I'm going to go to the last frame by selecting the last frame button and then closing my marker. And now I'm just going to go edit and cut. So now that we've trimmed the video, it's a little bit shorter now. I'm just going to go ahead and save the change. We'll just call it the same file again. Click Save. Yes, overwrite. We'll let that finish. And let's go back and see if the new video is any better. Perfect. Okay, I think I'm probably actually going to trim a few more seconds off that, but for now, I hope you enjoyed this little tutorial and it was helpful. If you are enjoying the channel, please do subscribe. If you like the video, leave comments. You know what to do. Looking forward to seeing you around, and remember, work hard at work worth doing. Thank you.